Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I just wanted to come on today, as every Friday, and share an update with you. Today I have my orange on for Wear Orange Day, which is, it brings awareness to gun safety, just education in general, making sure people have their guns properly stored, that they have education and the licenses and all of that. So, and also to honor and remember the victims of gun violence. So that is this weekend, and it starts today. So I've got my orange jacket on, and I've got my Pride pin on because it's June and it's Pride Month. So happy Pride, everybody. I had a busy week this week, so this one could be a little long. I hope it's not, but do my best to keep it as short as possible. But so yesterday we had our office hours at the Manomet Library branch, which was really nice. I had a few people come. We talked about federal funding issues, some bills and that are up that people have questions on. Talked about my experience thus far, and a number of things. So it was really nice to be able to see and talk to Manomet residents. And events this week. I had the honor to be able to be at the 20th anniversary of the Safe Routes to School event, where we had a teacher of our very own, Jen Hadsel Smith, who was given the Nikki, let me make sure I get it correct, the Nikki Tischler Memorial Award, which honors one individual throughout our state who was considered a true champion and someone who puts extra effort into ensuring that students have opportunities to learn and engage in safe and active transportation. So bike safety, bike education. She does an incredible job. We are so lucky to have her as a staff member in the Plymouth Public Schools, and lucky to be able to honor her. She's at Nathaniel Morton as a physical education teacher. So congratulations again, Jen. It was wonderful to be there. We had livestock on the common as well, which was that same day, I think. It was really, a different day, just kidding. And it was cool to be able to talk to some farmers and talk to some students at the agricultural school about their experience at the agricultural. Also had, 2 hearings. I had a housing hearing this week where we talked a lot about manufactured housing and the issues surrounding some of the equity in pay. There was some also discussion of bullying in public housing and what we can do to kind of mitigate that. And a number of other topics and bills were covered in that hearing. Then there was the education hearing, higher education hearing, where we basically focused on the BRIGHT Act, but there were 3 additional bills that were discussed as well. But the BRIGHT Act, the governor, the lieutenant governor, Secretary Tutwiler, many members of the administration as well as advocates came around to talk to us about the BRIGHT Act, which was a $2.5 billion investment into our institutions of higher ed in the Commonwealth. That is our UMass system, it's the state system, and our community college system. Because so long we haven't invested. Having worked at a community college and a state college, I know that some of the infrastructure could be improved, and some of the buildings haven't been touched in years. And so this is a really long overdue. As the governor said, we're successful despite ourselves and despite the infrastructure. So hopefully that will get going, and it will be over 10 years and using the fair share money. So we'll hopefully be as successful as some of the investments that have been made in the MBTA. Sorry, I keep taking these on and off. It's really bright out here, but I wanted to go outside because it's such a beautiful day. Aren't we lucky? 2 beautiful days in a row. And then we had our opportunity to testify on behalf of the 2 bills I filed, 513 or 2 of the bills I filed, 513 and H4011, where we had Superintendent Campbell, School Business Officer Dr. Blaisdell, we had our Education Association of Plymouth Carver President Tom Pinto, our Select Board Chair Kevin Canty came to Boston or virtually participated in this hearing to advocate on behalf of the 2 bills that will hopefully provide more funding for Plymouth and surrounding communities, and also put some kind of parameters around some of the out-of-district transportation that we do to make that make that something that we'll be able to handle. We also have the support of Boston Teachers Union and AFT. I want to thank them both for advocating on behalf of the bill and being part of that hearing. And this is an issue that in Plymouth, transportation, as you all have heard me talk about many times, is really important and could really make the difference with what our school's able to offer. And we have amazing VPA program, amazing programs in out of the classroom, and just things that we invest in the classroom, that if we have this, it would be so much more money alleviated. We spent out of our $120 million budget last year, so $11 million went to transportation. So imagine what we could do even with $500,000, depending on what we get, or better understanding of how to budget for our out-of-district transportation. We had a session, so this could be, I probably do another video because this will take too long, and so we voted on a cannabis commission reform and some other details. Had a really cool meeting at Hedge House, got to see the textile work that they're doing to be able to inventory the amazing collection that the women of the women and men, but back in the day, women really were collecting throughout Plymouth for the Plymouth Antiquarian Society. So that was really cool at Hedge House. Unfortunately, I missed the Plymouth Fire Department swearing in and pinning because it took us 2 hours to get from Boston to Derby Street that day, so unable to make it. But I just did want to congratulate, and Nicole, thank you for being able to go. Nicole represented Representative Lenatra and myself, because we were both stuck in traffic. Thought if we gave ourselves 2 hours, we'd be okay, considering I was in a hearing and had to leave early and so many other things. So we had a busy week. There was a bunch of other things, but I'll leave it at that. Just a reminder, we have office hours on Tuesday from 6 to 7 at the town hall, and then Friday right here at Cordage from 9 to 10:30. I am in suite 229, and that's in building 10. So anyways, hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.